Hey, this is Asha. Thanks for joining me in this week's video. And what I want to share with you today is the top 9 highest paying jobs that you could go ahead and apply for, train for, and come out with a nice salary and paycheck, even if you don't have a college degree. So stay tuned. All right, so before we get there, I want to remind you that we have some great freebies on our website at MyLittleNestEgg.com. And you can go to the freebies section, and there's some great mindsets of the super rich, passive income ideas, local money-making strategies, ways to make money on YouTube. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, check it out at MyLittleNestEgg.com. Now, before we get started, I do want to let you know that these jobs that I've come up with and created are just my personal list that I've come across. There's many other jobs that pay quite well, and quite well to you might mean a different thing than to me. And these are jobs that, hey, you don't usually need a college degree for. Maybe some areas, some locations will want a degree, some kind of licensing and that kind of thing, but usually you don't need a college degree. And again, I don't know your personal situation. Maybe you didn't have the opportunity to go to college. Maybe you didn't want to go to college. Maybe just personal circumstances got in the way. Whatever the case may be, maybe this list will open up your mind to the potential of what you could do, or give you an idea of a path or direction to move towards. And that's really my goal. So these incomes or the prices that I've shown here are a yearly basis, and they're kind of the median. So it's kind of that average, but you might be a little better. You might be a little worse. So you might make a little more, or you might make a little less. Nevertheless, stay positive and check out some of these ideas for you. So number 1 is an air traffic controller. And they typically make about $124,000 a year. Now, you don't need a college degree in most situations, but you do need a lot of on-the-job training to be able to handle and manage kind of the airplanes as they come in for landings or takeoffs. So being an air traffic controller, there's a lot of responsibilities. You got a lot of lives on hand. So it's really important you got your figures straight, but you can make a fairly good living. Number 2 here is a Python developer. So if you don't know what Python is, it really just makes up a lot of new programming that a lot of big companies are looking for. You can do quite a lot of amazing things when it comes to Python. In fact, many live chat systems are built on Python. There's just a lot of great new development things. It's a popular coding program, and it's not too difficult to learn. So you can even learn it on your own. You don't even need to go to school or that kind of thing. There's many free YouTube videos on Python development. So check it out. The average Python developer kind of makes around $90,000 a year, but of course you do need to have some skill sets and experience to be able to make that happen. If you're an experienced Python programmer, you can make $160,000, $180,000 a year, no problem. And that's no degree required from a college or a university. Looking at number 3, you're looking at radiation therapists. They're averaging around $83,000 a year. So again, if you're into this kind of thing, if this catches your eye, if you want to be more in the medical field, being in radiation therapy could be a career path and choice for you. Looking at number 4, a dental hygienist. If you aren't scared of the dentist, if you don't mind getting your teeth cleaned, if you think dental hygiene and dental cleanliness is important, then being a dental hygienist could yield you about $74,000, $75,000 a year. Again, you could make a little bit more depending on the location and area, but that's not a bad salary for, hey, cleaning people's teeth, assisting the dentist, and kind of having a 9-to-5 job. So when you look at this and where you don't need a college degree, you just need to go in and get some training, that's not a bad salary at all. But again, a lot of people are scared of the dentist. So if you're not scared of the dentist, this could be an interesting career path and choice. Computer security analyst makes around $73,000 a year. Again, you're looking to protect files, protect systems. There's a lot of hacking that goes on right now, DDoS attacks. So websites go down, security problems, leaks with data breaches. So if you're into this security systems, you really understand firewalls and securities when it comes to major computer networks, this could be a great path for you. Number 6, this one's interesting, caught my eye a little bit, is an elevator installer or repair person. I guess it's a very specific and specialized field, and you might be able to make about $73,000 a year just working on elevators and fixing those systems. It's kind of like working and repairing on trucks, right? There's sometimes very specific people that do those kinds of things. So in this case, hey, if you can install elevators and repair them or get some training and tech behind it, then this could be a very cool job, especially if you live in cities with a lot of elevators, maybe like in New York or high rises or things like that. Anyway, number 7 is transportation manager. This person makes about $65,000 a year. So it's quite a bit of money when you're looking at how the logistics work when it comes to maybe trucks or trains, and you're looking at transport, moving goods, supply chains. Again, it can yield you about $65,000 per year, and no college degree necessary. Number 8 is a plumber. Most everybody has a toilet in their house as far as in the United States, if you're kind of middle class and up. So if you need a toilet repairman, that would be a plumber. And they can go ahead and get those kinks out. But not only that, they work on sump pumps, they work on backups, they look at draining systems, even water heaters, installations, those kinds of things. And by doing these kinds of calls, you can yield about $56,000 a year. And it's very similar to electricians, also making about $56,000 a year. It's a very specific trade. If you're looking to wire houses, newly constructions, maybe installing custom lines for businesses, dedicated lines, power circuits, that kind of stuff, it's a nice career path to be able to take care of the electrical work for companies, businesses, and also residential homes. So anyways, those are the top 9 kind of highest paying areas and industries as far as that I came across that might be interesting to you. There's of course some other things that you may want to think about, like being a policeman or a fireman, and in those cases a fire marshal makes around $46,000 to $56,000 a year, but I didn't put it on because it's right there at the tipping point of the electrician. Again, do your due diligence, do your research. A lot of this has to come with demographics, maybe the area, the company you're working with, the county, the location. All that stuff has a role to play, and I'm just kind of giving you some base averages. Do your homework, see what makes sense also for you, your skill sets. What do you like to do? If you've got bad knees, sore back, you might not want to be a plumber or an electrician. If you're more into kind of coding or mental things, you might want to go into programming or security analyst. If you like working with people, maybe a dental hygienist. Every job and every career path is going to be a little different for some people. So definitely look at what makes sense to you. And remember to go ahead and check out some of those freebies that we have on our website and download them as well. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Remember to hit subscribe here on YouTube if you're brand new and you want to see some other personal finance, wealth building, and investing tips and ideas. And of course, join our newsletter list by clicking the link over here so you can stay up to date when we release great content, new videos, maybe new books, courses to come, and live webinars. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.